Hi, I'm Max Smith, also known as Thomas Miller, and this is Anything Goes by Max Smith, and I'm going to be talking about gas prices and what's currently going on between Russia and Ukraine. So let's talk about that. That's right, everybody. I'm going to be talking about high gas prices and the current conflict, which is still going on between Russia and Ukraine. Let's start off with gas prices. Look here, people. Look at this picture. This is as of right now. It's how high they are across the country. And then people say, oh, but this is the highest they've been in 40 years. Well, check out this picture right here. This is a 40 years span of gas prices over the last 40 years. Then you got the Republicans saying, yep, it's Biden's fault. It's pointing the finger at Biden. Yep. Almost every single Republican in Congress and around the country, whether they're a congressman or woman or a voter, is pointing the finger. Yep, saying, yep, it's totally Biden's fault. It's Venezuela's fault. It's Saudi Arabia's fault. And if we just continued drilling here and kept the oil here and everything, we would be energy dependent and it would all be fine, and we won't have to worry about relying on these other countries. Well, why are they telling you this sort of stuff on mainstream media? I'm about to let you know a little secret, everybody. They're saying all this stuff because they're paid to say it. They're paid to say it, man. Where do you think they get most of their money from? They get most of the money from is ads about oil. That's where they get their money, people. So, of course, they're going to say stuff like this. Of course, they're going to have talking points like this. They're going to say stuff like this, man, because they are told to say this by their bosses. Hey, you want that money? You got to say stuff like this. Like, yep, it's Biden's fault. It's definitely Biden's fault. Well, they know the truth. I guarantee you, majority of these people actually know the truth. Some might not, but I guarantee you some know, because that's where the money's coming from. So they're told to say, it's Biden's fault. It's Biden's fault. It's Saudi Arabia's fault. It's someone else's fault. When they know the same people that are paying their bills by giving them money are the same people that are jacking up the prices. The same people are controlling the prices. The OPEC countries and Chevron and Shell and all the other gas companies around this country and the world. They are the ones in control, not Joe Biden, not the U.S. government. It would be nice, because in that way, we can encourage them to go day by day by day by day to a Green New Deal. Which brings me to my next point. They're saying, oh, this never would happen if Biden had been pushing for the Green New Deal. That's what they say in mainstream media. I got another little news flash for you. No, they have not been pushing for the Green New Deal. They killed that because it is Build Back Better in some shape or form, which has now been killed. So no, he never had and never once was pushing for the Green New Deal or any kind of green alternative energies. Why? Because he gets money from the same oil companies that the rest of his colleagues in the government, whether it's Republican or a Democrat. So why is he going to bite the hand that feeds him, to use a phrase right there? Why is he going to do that, man? He loves his cushy lifestyle. And so do all the other Republicans and Democrats, and the people in media. So they're not going to go, oh no, blah, blah, that's wrong. In the case you have noticed, yes, sometimes there'll be some people on Fox and in other news organizations out there who will occasionally let the truth out. But for the most part, it's going to be, oh, it's Biden's fault, it's Saudi Arabia's fault, it's Venezuela's fault, because now we're going to be opening trade with them to get oil from that country. But who gets that oil? Oh, that's right, the oil companies, not the United States. We just open up the relations to, here, sign this right here, and we'll set the prices. Oh, wait, no, the oil companies will set the prices. So it doesn't matter where we get the oil from, people, whether it's even in our own country or outside of a country, it's going to affect it because it's going to fluctuate, supply and demand. So to wrap this all up, people, take 2020 and most of 2021, gas prices were pretty low. Why? Because not that many people were driving to the office. Not many people were driving a whole lot. A lot of people were staying home and only driving when they needed to. When they see a doctor. When they needed to just go to a park, to get away from everything and everyone. But overall, not that many people were driving, so that means the need for gas or flying or any other thing, man, it was less needed. Yes, there's still delivery drivers and stuff, but overall, the prices were down because the overall need for the general public wasn't there. And now, the prices go up, because yes, some of it does have to do with Russia, but overall, it has to do with OPEC, those countries, and the gas companies here in America. They control the oil. So no matter what you hear on mainstream media, they're not telling you the full truth. They're just telling you some talking points to distract you from what's really going on. And now, let's continue on to Russia. What's going on there? Well, in case anyone hasn't been watching or been paying attention to the news, here's a quick recap. Russia invades Ukraine. Ukraine fights back. Putin is flabbergasted because he thought in his mind that this was going to be easy. I will get to liberate these people. And he gave the reason for that was, oh, I'm going to deal with their neo-Nazi problem. Which actually wasn't that much of a problem, man. It was a very, very minute problem. The government and the country was not overrun by neo-Nazis. Or Nazis, whichever term you want to use. They did not have a Nazi problem. That was such a small fraction of the country. And they weren't even in the government or the police force or anything. So that was a lie. So it comes and invades even after the government of Ukraine, Vladimir Zelensky said, okay, we will have them rip up the paperwork, shred it up. Okay, we don't want to be part of the United Nations. Because that's what we kept on hearing is what he wanted, what Putin wanted. But, lo and behold, he amassed his troops, and then he attacked, he invaded. So that's what leads up to now. Now, yeah, he's getting things on a little bit under control, but remember, he still is put in inexperienced fighters. To quote someone, these are the JV, not the varsity troops, because they're young. They're 17, 18, 19. They had no real training before they went there. He sent these young men into a war without any kind of communication, proper communication. Wait to say, oh, okay, read it here. No strategy whatsoever. Yeah, there's a little bit of strategy now, but he's still acting like a madman. And when they fought back, oh my goodness, he's like, oh wow, this is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. He was acting like a caged animal. You know how a wild animal gets cornered or trapped in a cage? They go, rrr, rrr, rrr. He was acting totally irrational, totally out of his mind. And the guy still is acting out of his mind. And he'll go ahead and like, okay, yeah, okay, this area right here, this is a no bombing, no shooting, no fighting zone. A ceasefire zone. Okay, we're ceasefire so they can escape. No, they really mean that, and they go back to firing. So that's what's going on, people. That's what's going on, is he'll say something, he'll have crazy demands, and then attacks anyways. And he's still going on and on about, oh, don't join forces with the United Nations. Don't become part of the European Union. And surrender and give up, and they'll stop attacking. But can we really take his word for it? Because he says, oh, I'll stop attacking for a little bit to let the people escape, but then next thing you know, he sends orders, continue attacking. I never meant it. So how can we fight back against a madman like him? with the truth, people, with the truth, and hope that we can get the right diplomatic solution out there that he will accept, Ukraine will accept, and everyone around the world accept, and we can avoid World War III. And continue pushing and urging Biden not to get involved into this conflict. We can still send aid, we can still do other stuff, but do not have a direct involvement, because that will lead to World War III and possibly the end of everything as we know it. Well, that's all I gotta say, people. Don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe, click on that subscribe button, leave a comment down below, share with all your friends, and I'll see you on the next one. This is Max saying, until next time, peace out.